like for you to follow us on our social media platforms. You can go to our Instagram, Facebook page, and also our YouTube channel at Living TV, simple. Then you can also go to World Radio Garden and search for Living Radio 90.9. You have to enjoy all our audio programs that very place. Today is going to be a very interesting moment for us because I have a very important topic to discuss today. You can as well also call us on 0916-8284-994 because this program is a phone-in program whereby you can call us in as you're watching and ask your question and make your suggestions. Take the number again, 0916-8284-994. We are out to serve you. If you want to call us much later for adverts, funerals, ceremonies, and all that, you can also, we are available to do that for you. Then this time around, I'm not going to do this alone today. Like you always know, there are people that will anchor this program with me. It's my humble privilege to have today Pastor Maxim Peterson, the senior pastor of Numa Embassy, and he's here with me today too on my channel. Pastor Maxim, you are welcome.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Okay, you're welcome. I have another wonderful lady who's so dear to my heart, and I don't want to go into too much introduction, but I have Mrs. Nkechi Patrick. She's here. Mrs. Nkechi Patrick is an educationist, a proprietor of Nikit School that is situated at Osusu Road. So I'm glad to have you today, ma'am. You are welcome to my channel.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that is all that I'm going to do now. We're just going to hit it at the nail and run with it. Today our topic is child abuse. We're going to talk about child abuse. We're just going to turn that topic upside down. In case you are there are a lot of things that are confusing you concerning this very topic. Just stay clear because I know you are watching your favorite and darling station, Living TV. Don't go away as we're starting. Just stay with us. Okay, I just want to begin with this question. What is child abuse? And what are the types of child abuse? Examples of child abuse. Let me show it to you, sir. Men first, not ladies first.
This time around, men first.
Okay.
You know, when you're talking about child abuse, it's a vast topic.
Okay.
But one thing we must know, child abuse is all about the inappropriate management of a child. It's inappropriate management of a child, and you can say in different forms.
Okay.
Once a child is not being taken care of the right way, it's abuse. And whenever you have this word abuse, simply means there's a proper way.
Okay.
So if there is an abuse in that child, simply means the right way the child is supposed to be related to, trained, communicated to, and expected to behave is not well given to him or not well delivered to the baby or to the child. It's abuse.
Okay, let me just take that little explanation from you. Let me throw it to ma'am. Please throw more light on that.
Okay, like you rightly said, child abuse is vast.
Be audible.
But okay, it's a kind of mistreatment given to a child that is below the age of 18 years. That person could be a boy or a girl. And I think it's narrowed down to emotional abuse, physical abuse, and the neglect aspect of it. These are all some of the abuse or ways to mention rightly abused in the home. Okay.
All right. You've heard it from her that physical abuse. She talked about emotional abuse. She talked about neglect and all whatnot. So can you put one or two things on that.
The types.
Yeah, just put one or two things on.
Yes, we have a lot of, when we say we have the physical, we have the sexual, we have the emotional, we have the neglect. We also have the ones that we've not written, but we've seen it in the children.
Okay.
Sometimes one part of it comprises another, like emotional goes with mentally.
Okay.
And psychological. So you see that most of the time you have children, these are the things they go through, but it's a big challenge because they can't help themselves. But what they give or what they are behaving is what they've received.
Okay.
So that's why abuse is supposed to be treated always, because that is what we are having now.
All right.
Everywhere you listen to it, every time you listen to the radio, what you hear is 79 years, a father and a daughter. So we have a lot to talk about because this is what is happening today.
All right.
And I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, thank you very much. I hope you enjoying this very episode of My Child and I. Like I said before, we're treating this very important topic. I want to say, what can we spot as a sign of child abuse? What are the things we can spot out, the signs of child abuse? Can I hear you, ma'am?
Okay, there are things, signs that you can see and you know that a child
is being abused.
Or has been abused.
Yes.
For instance, when you see bruises on the body of a child, when a child feels withdrawn, when a child is depressed, when a child feels isolated somehow,
Wow.
that child is not coming out fully well, like the way he or she ought to. You know that that child has really been abused. This is just part of it. It's not all.
Okay. It's not all. So do you have anything to
It's
join?
a very big topic. So when we're
No,
talking
but
about
it's
the
just-
signs, it's very important because we're going to deal with them according to their types, like we said before. When we say a child is physically abused, that simply means you're expecting some physical ailment, bruises, wounds, broken arms, sometimes idly dropping blood, bleeding. These are the signs of physical abuse.
Okay.
But when a child is sexually abused, you will see that some genital pain, pregnancy, transmitted diseases, some kind of that's supposed not to be existing in the child's body is there. And sometimes you see some bumps, measles, all these stuffs around the baby.
Rashes.
Yes, rashes. You see that these babies, this child is abused, and that's sexually. Sometimes you see children when others are smiling, they're like this. That means the child is withdrawn.
Yes.
And you see sometimes they are depressed. They can't even say, what is your name? He can't be able to say what is his or her name because the baby is depressed.
Okay.
He can't relate with people. He can't go outside. So that child is emotionally abused. That's where you get to where a child cannot even call mommy because he's afraid. There's this fear, there's this guilt around the baby. What will I say now? Won't cause problem. So you said he's withdrawn within himself or herself. So you see that child is emotionally, psychologically, and mentally abused. Then you see a child that whenever the child goes out, the people are eating. He will be somewhere looking for how to collect and eat. That is neglect.
All right.
The child has that problem, neglect. Malnutrition them, they are lean, they are not eating. You see them, they are lean, they're eating dirty food. It's neglect. And you don't expect these things to go on well, and you expect a child to behave well. These are the things that are happening in this era now.
Okay. Wow. This is so amazing to know. This is so amazing to know that when a child is being neglected, it's a serious case. It's a serious abuse. Man, do you have anything to throw in there, or should go to the next question? Okay, I need to ask this question very importantly and also very fast. And I'm throwing it to you, Mrs. Nkechi Patrick. I want to ask, what you think are the consequences of child abuse?
Okay, I think we have these consequences like psychological effects, like physical challenges when a child,
Okay.
then you also have cognitive challenge where a child is withdrawn, like in the school. If a child is abused, you see that when that child comes to school, that child will not relate well like other children, the way they relate. Apart from relating, understanding and also learning is difficult for that child.
Okay.
That child finds it difficult to assimilate what the teacher is teaching.
Wow.
Because that child has been abused and it is really traumatizing. That child is psychologically down and cannot do what other children are doing. And I think the issue of physical abuse, when that child has been abused physically, you see, like sometimes you see children come to school carrying wounds all over the body, cane from their parents, the way they treat them at home. I think it's very wrong. A mother flogging the child mercilessly. It is not a way of discipline. It's also a way of conveying to the child that you should do this right and shouldn't be a kind of inflicting injury on the body of that child. And when we as teachers see this, we don't feel okay with it.
All right.
Parents' attention sometimes are called. We call their attention. Why is this happening to this child? This child is feeling withdrawn. This child is not doing well in the class. This child is not relating well. This child is not assimilating. This child is withdrawn. We can't do anything. You are complaining that your child is not doing well, but at home you are inflicting pain in form of discipline. Why? It is not discipline. So these are some of the things that are
affecting the child.
Yes. So in the classroom setting.
Okay, in the classroom setting, because you're making me ask you one other striking question now. Because you mentioned how parents could maltreat their children, and when they come to school, they will malfunction. Yes. What if reverse becomes the case? Because I've seen some case scenario whereby a mother or parents come to school to sort of ask who did this to my child, and she's aggressive, she wants to fight the teacher. So because you have a school and you're dealing with students, so what can you say about that?
That's beautiful. I think sometimes when we do have teachers meetings, from time to time we tell them the reasons why a child should not be afflicted with cane.
Okay.
Sometimes I think there was a time I told the teachers withdraw cane from the classroom.
Okay.
It's paramount that you remove the cane if you can't endure. Because I think when you want to discipline, when you are annoyed, when a child has annoyed you and it has gone to an extreme, what you do is to calm down.
All right.
Be thoughtful with your discipline. Don't just begin to hit the child as that child is an animal. We have also cautioned them on the use of cane. You can use cane in different ways. There are other ways of punishment. A child can be knelt down for just a few period of time and tell that child to get up, rather than using cane on that child. And the way you use the cane, you don't use as somebody who is a kind of correcting. You are not inflicting pain. And so when we get such reports, we don't feel okay with it. In the school, most times parents come to report to us, see what a teacher has done to my child. And you see that we find it's quite embarrassing.
Yes.
Because it's not part of what we are in the school to do.
Yes.
The children are there to learn, in as much as they have their behaviors.